So this is just an update about my court proceedings. I was in London yesterday. I had a meeting with my solicitors. It went on for about 7 hours. And it was to go through my case for Monday. On Monday, the police are trying to give me an exclusion zone. An exclusion zone for 5 years. And what this is the Home Office using the police and using police football legislation in order to restrict my movements, which would mean I couldn't enter the entire Muslim community. Basically, they've actually given me a map, not a perimeter map, but they've drawn specific roads that I can't enter for 5 years. Whenever Luton are playing at home, I'm banned from my town centre, I'm banned from the train station. They're not saying there's any crime I've committed. There's no crime I've committed. They're not even saying there's a crime I've committed, other than the fact that I was pictured with a fuck ISIS flag in France. That's it. The actual Beds police, my local police, are not giving any evidence against me to say that I should be banned. This isn't coming from my local police. This is coming from the government. The police and the government are supposed to be two separate entities. Clearly they're not. This is politically motivated. Now, what I just found out yesterday is that the tactics that they put on Britain First is exactly what's happening here. This is a civil case, not a criminal case. So if I'm unsuccessful in winning the case, I have to pay all the police costs. Exactly the same as what happened with Britain First when they went to the High Court. So, for example, so far, my bill so far has been in excess of £4,000. When I go to court on Monday, if I'm unsuccessful, I'll be hit with a £4,000 bill from the police as well. Now, at that point, in a magistrate's court, I can appeal the decision, because the likeliness is, in my eyes, that a magistrate will side with the police, because they don't even know that much about the law. Yeah? This will then go on to an appeal at the Crown Court. Now, before a Crown Court judge. Now, when we do that, I'm then faced with the costs again for my solicitors, and then if I'm unsuccessful then, I'm faced with their solicitors' fees. We're now talking £20,000. If I'm unsuccessful with that, I can appeal it to the High Court. Yeah? We're then talking £60,000. Now, this is exactly what they did to Britain First. And they had Britain First in a position where Britain First had to make a decision for their organisation, for their political party. I'm not a political party. I don't need to make a decision for anyone other than myself. It's my freedom that's at stake here. It's the freedom to walk through my town when I want, wherever I want. That's what they're trying to take away from me. And they're trying to do it because of, they say, the anti-Islamic agenda I have. Now, they're basically enforcing a Sharia zone in Luton for me because I commit blasphemy. Simple, nothing else. Nothing else other than there's Muslims that don't want me walking down certain streets, so the police, who have become the tool of the Muslims, are now enforcing it. So this video is just an update. So I go on. I'm in Luton Magistrates Monday morning to fight this. The last bill, which I've just paid, I paid it for £4,000, and it hasn't affected me paying that. And it hasn't affected me because there's been so many generous people out there who have been following what's happening, who have donated to this cause. So this is my opportunity to, again, thank you, because if it wasn't for people donating, I'd probably have to swallow this. I'd probably have to swallow this because, well, I wouldn't. In fact, I still wouldn't swallow it, but I may be forced into a position where they're going to take things that affect. I'm already saving now for my children's holiday next year. These sort of things would not be possible, yeah, because the money and the outlet would be taken all away from my own family's money. But thankfully, people have donated. I think the costs of this are going to go astronomical, and that's why they do it. So do they think at the end of this they're going to be right? The only one bonus is that if I win, they have to pay my costs. If I win. Will I win? They're trying to give me a banning order from all football stadiums for 5 years. They're not even saying I've committed any crime. They're not even saying I've done anything wrong at football. My local police force, who know me, are not putting forward any evidence. In fact, their evidence suggests that I behave impeccably. I only go to football with my children. This, for me, taking my right away to walk down streets in my town centre, and take my children to football is something I can't accept. And that's a real breach on my family life, a real attack on my family life. I have a right to have a family life. I have a right to take my 3 children wherever I want. And that's what they're trying to do now. And they've exhausted every avenue over the last 6-7 years of what they can do. And here we are now facing legal proceedings amounting to the costs of tens of thousands of pounds, which they know now by people donating. This is why I'm thankful. It sort of makes it less unsuccessful in what they're trying to do, and it was only up until that last court case that people never donated like that before. And